How to keep going when no one's cheering for you. Like, this is my life. Ooh. When I tell y'all I am an expert at this. Okay. How to keep going when no one is cheering for you. When you hear crickets literally knocking down goal after goal after goal, breaking generational curses, keeping your head up after taking an L, loss after loss after loss, and you keep coming back stronger and better. Like, how do you continue to stay motivated and stay resilient when nobody's cheering for you, right? Well, let's get into it. As you guys know, most of the time I come with 5 pieces of advice that I would like to share that's helping me as I'm going through exactly what we're talking about, because I'm only going to talk about what I'm going through and seasons that I'm in. So, how do you keep going when nobody's cheering for you? First things first. Realize that people are. Right? Realize that people are. A lot of the times, the people that we are expecting to be cheering for us, close friends, family, people that you have history with, people that you grew up with, people that really know you, aren't really the ones that's cheering for you. A lot of the times, the people that are cheering for you are people that you cannot even see. It's people that you're touching that you don't even know. You know, it's a little girl that saw you walk across the stage and graduate, but never said anything. That was admiring you from across the restaurant in your cap and gown. The people that's watching your videos, supporting your business. It's the people that's asking you for advice. It's the people that a lot of the times you overlook. Maybe they don't say anything for whatever reason. They're shy, or they're just watching and admiring from afar. 9 times out of 10, you're inspiring someone. 9 times out of 10, there are people rooting for you. There are people cheering you on. Just because you don't hear them or see them doesn't mean it's not happening. I am very much an advocate of meditation, and I think sometimes if you just close your eyes and you ask for God to show you your team and your people, or to allow you to just feel a little bit of that love, I think you can feel it. The second way, to remind yourself of the version of you that you want to be, right? Reminding yourself that you're not doing this for anybody else. As great as it would be to have people rooting for you and cheering you on and giving you support and calling you and making sure you're good and all of that stuff, at the end of the day, what you're doing is, what goal you're working for is for you, so that you can become the highest expression of yourself, that you can accomplish your dreams, that you can live the type of life that you want, that you can have what you want. It's for you at the end of the day. So just remind yourself of that. Your future self is waiting, and she's waiting, or he's waiting, and they're going to be so proud and have so much reverence and respect for the version of you that got through the grunt work. Like, I look back sometimes on myself, being a mom, going to work and going to school to get my master's degree. I don't know how the heck she did that. I don't know how that girl, that version of me, did that, but I can tell you I'm in awe of her. I can tell you I'm so damn proud of her. I wouldn't want to be anybody else, you know? So it's just remembering that your future self, that person, you gonna feel that proudness from the inside out, and that feeling feels literally amazing. The third way to keep going when there's not a lot of people rooting and cheering for you, surround yourself around other people that's kind of in your shoes. As messed up as it may be to say, you're not alone. You know, I mean, that actually may be a good thing, right? But you're not alone. Now, that is a good thing. There's so many other people in this world that's literally in the same exact situation that you are in. They're not from the best family, or not around the best environment or a healthiest group of friends, or around a lot of haters. They're the black sheep, lone wolf, whatever the case may be. There is so many people just like you, dreamers, ambitious, goal getters, and they're striving, and they're in an environment around a lot of people that feel intimidated or that secretly jealous. They're just like you. So getting out there, going outside, putting yourself out there, removing yourself from your comfortable environment and starting to just go to seminars, go hear someone else speak. Go listen to, if you're in business, another entrepreneur talk about their business. Like, being surrounded, and I know this is hard, especially if you're an introvert. This is hard for me. This is literally something that I'm currently working on. But every time that I do it, I'm never disappointed. So, for example, I've been making sure that I physically go praise and worship every Sunday. I used to do it online because of the pandemic and all of that, but now I make sure that I actually go to my church on Sundays. And 2 Sundays ago, maybe 3, I exchanged numbers with this amazing lady that was sitting next to me. We were just both praising together and preaching together, and I could feel her vibe, her energy. She could feel my vibe, and it just felt so good. It flowing. It was almost just like, yeah, we don't want this to end. So, like, girl, what's your number? That she's very similar to me because we followed each other on Instagram, and she's trying to build a platform where she kind of talks and gives advice, very similar to what I'm doing right now, but she's been struggling with consistency. And so it's like, whoa, we literally have that in common. And so maybe we can hold each other accountable, be accountability partners. But you will realize that as you put yourself out there and talk about it more, like, sometimes people don't want to say that they don't have as much support or whatever the case may be because they're embarrassed of it. Talk about it some more. You will naturally attract other people that are like you, or even those supporters that you're looking for. See that you're not alone, because I promise you, you're not. There is a million other people that feel exactly, or have felt exactly the way that you feel. 4 or 5, I don't know. I think this is 4. If not, then y'all gonna have 6 because it's gonna be a bonus. Consider it a bonus. But the 4th is literally understanding that this is temporary. Breathe. Doesn't that feel so good to know? It's temporary. And I know sometimes it may go on for days, weeks, months, even years. It's went on for years for me. And I'm sure this has happened and you can relate. It will go on if you're somebody who has had this go on for years and you're kind of getting discouraged, or like, when is it going to be my time? Like, I have been grinding it out by myself. I have been, tunnel vision, head down, staying focused, not letting lack of support or people get to me. But this is hard, Jazz. Like, when is it really going to be my time? Let me tell you, baby girl, baby boy, it's coming. Okay, it's coming. This is not going to last always. And the longer you keep focused, the longer you stay on tunnel vision, the more juicier it's going to be when that support and that those people and your people, that group, does come. Be so fitting. It's going to feel like the most amazing puzzle piece. Like, God literally handpicked this himself. And you were patient enough and disciplined enough and diligent enough to allow it to come to you. So just understanding that it's not going to be like this all the time. And if you're starting to feel low and discouraged, most likely you're close to the end. You're close to the point where things are about to change. Things are shifting for you. And as you go through those years of, not having the support or the cheering, there's gonna be glimpses where you do get it. Just because it's not from who you expect it, don't overlook the person. Remembering that even if it's not in the way that you thought, and this is my 5th point, that support that comes in, allow it to permeate your heart. Drink it all up, because you deserve it. You deserve it. It's for you. Let that sink in. Let that rest. Let that settle. Pat yourself on the back and say, yeah, this is for me. Like, I remember when I graduated undergrad, I really wanted to be able to celebrate at my mom's, and I thought she was going to be ready for me to celebrate and able to throw me this huge undergrad party at her home or whatever, but she wasn't able to. And I remember feeling extremely discouraged and extremely down, but something lit my soul up and was just like, you work too hard to feel like that. And so I ended up reaching out to other family members, and one of my cousins, who I don't know why I didn't ask her in the first place, just amazing, phenomenal woman. Not only did she throw it for me, but she threw it for me, she cooked for me, everything was like catered and laid out. She had handmade cakes and cupcakes and sweets and all kind of delicious goody gooiness. I didn't really eat any of it because I just wanted everybody else to have a good time, but my sister did the decorations for me, and one of my cousin's boyfriends showed up and put things up and came a little early and brought Mexican corn because it's what I really, it was amazing. You know, it was literally amazing, and it wasn't in the way that I thought, and it didn't come from the ways that I thought or the who's that I thought, but it was better. Actually, it was much better. And so just remembering, it's not in the way that you thought, and it's not from the person that you thought it was going to come from. Allowing it to permeate your heart, allowing it to sink in, because at the end of the day, it's there. The support is there. The support is all around you, and there are people waiting to cheer you on, waiting literally to lift you up. There are certain people in the world that get kind of like a rise out of helping others and pouring into others and lifting up others and rooting others on. That's what they do, and they want to do it for you. They don't want to be the person that's in the spotlight or whatever. They want to be the person that's cheering. And so just trusting that you are exactly where you're supposed to be. You got this. Keep going. You are a go-getter. You are resilient. God didn't give you this dream for nothing. God didn't place you in this position for nothing. God didn't put this calling on you for nothing. I know that sometimes the journey could seem long and long when you don't have a lot of support, but just trust and know that that just means once you get to the other side of that, baby girl, baby boy, it's going to be so juicy. So juicy. And you're so close. You're right there. I can feel it. So do not get discouraged. With that being said, I'm going to end this video. I will see you guys in my next one. I love you all. Ashe. Bye.